it up, pump it up.
Trae.
Come on, come on.
With Trae.
Pump it up, pump it up.
It's the day with Trae.
This is the day to gain inspiration, to make a positive change in the nation. We're inviting you to partake in conversation, to raise your vibration. It's the day that we will all celebrate all of our peeps that make this thing elevate. Watch the negative fade away, cause it's the day with Trae.
Grand Rising, everyone. Welcome to the Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. I get to welcome you to another fabulous episode here on the Day with Trae. Really excited for my guest, Geordan Newbill, who's in the building, the program director for the Buffalo Soldiers of Seattle, y'all. And we talked to them a couple weeks ago, so I'm excited that he's here to give us some more insight on all the work that they're doing to cover the whole I-5 corridor, taking those horses up and down to different programs and creating and curating their own programs. So I'm so glad he's here to tell us more, but I'm also glad y'all are joining us. Of course, this is the top of the show. So right now, y'all, the perfect time for you to tag and share this show with other folks who you know could be benefiting from our daily dose of dopeness we give you on the Day with Trae. As always, if you can't watch our highly produced show, no worries. You can always listen to us as well. Anywhere you find your favorite podcast, just search Converge Media Network in the Day with Trae, and you'll find us there. Okay, so before I get into it with Geordan, I got to spend my kids' like spring break week with him in Las Vegas, y'all. Okay, so my kid is 12, and he watches me travel all the time, and I'm so grateful to my mother, oh my goodness, and my father when he was alive. They always was like, don't trip, we got the kids, you go, build your life, do your purpose work. So I'm so grateful to have a family like that who can support me when I do have to like, oh man, I got booked to do a thing over here, or I'm doing this for work, conference, whatever. So just traveling a lot. But my son was like, Ma, come on. You always traveling. You always getting on a plane. I want to get on a plane. Now, he didn't really know where he wanted to go. He was kind of like, I just want to go to LA. And I said, for what? He didn't know for what. So really, I said, you just want to get on a plane? He's like, yes. I just want to go somewhere. Now, mind you, he doesn't remember being on a plane when he was like 1 and 2 years old, traveling for family and stuff. So this was such a special time where he got to be on a plane, y'all. Get the window seat, got to see the clouds, the mountains, all that beauty, and we went to Las Vegas. So we fly in, and we're seeing that strip that looks like just this big, right, from the sky. But it was so great to see the wonderment in his eyes. And, of course, we had such a great time. Shout out to the Jabberwockies. Oh, my goodness. Incredible. I got to share a real full circle moment with my son, because when the Jabberwockies, a dance crew, for those of you who don't know, when they debuted on America's Best Dance Crew, this is in the early 2000s, y'all, okay? Me and my siblings every week were glued to my DVR because I would record the episodes and everybody would come over to watch America's Best Dance Crew, and we rooted for the Jabberwockies, and of course they won the season that they competed on. But it was so special because I'm like, Johnny, we got tickets to the Jabberwockies. And he was like, what? Now, I didn't think he knew them, but apparently he did know them because of a streamer, Kai Cenat, who had them on his streaming show. So it was so special to see the Jabberwockies with my 12-year-old, y'all. And I promise you this much, they did that thing. Now, what's interesting is I didn't realize that they had been doing this work for 20 years. I was like, oh my gosh, has it really been that long? But yes, they have been on the beat, doing their stuff, working with music artists. So it was so fun to see them, and shout out to them for continuing in the legacy that the Jabberwockies created, dancing with those white masks on, creates this unifying effect that still is wowing audiences to this very day. So while they may not see this, if y'all know a Jabberwocky, tag them, make sure they see this, because me and my son were back there jamming y'all with them, and it was incredible. So I wanted to share that moment with you because it was truly full circle for me. Not only that wonderment in my son's eyes being on the plane, but also him having his own connection to the Jabberwockies and me having mine. And I got to share with him all of the episodes that they were in, show him all their dances and everything. And we just had a blast. So if you are looking for some fun times, you know, Vegas always has a ton of shows. And I'm so glad because we see so many shows here that my son was not wowed by a lot of the shows because we be seeing them here. But the Jabberwockies are not here. So I was so glad that we got to have that moment together. And I just wanted to share that with y'all. Well, up next after this short break, we got Jordan in the building, y'all. We're going to be talking all things the Buffalo Soldiers. You definitely don't want to miss it. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
All right, yo, this is it, okay?
Now's your chance to join the Days to Come Reading Challenge to ignite the civic imagination needed for racial repair in Washington state. Read, discuss, and take action until Juneteenth to bring Dr. King's vision of a truly just society to life. Visit saarcpnw.org for more information.
Welcome back, everyone, to The Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. Joining me right now, we got Jordan in the building. What's up?
What's going on? How's everybody doing?
Hey, you know what? I'm so glad that you're here because, of course, we had Lenny on several weeks ago, and it was great to hear just that kind of the programs y'all are doing, the way you're working with kids. But this is really special because I got to ask about that background story. There's always something that can draw black men to horses. You got to tell me about this for yourself now, Jordan.
For sure. So I started off in the program as just a kid, about 6 years old. I started off in the program, and I was always just drawn to the horses. And back in the day when the Yamoja Fest parade used to go down, what was that, MLK, instead of 23rd? Well, I used to be a little kid out there watching. And my uncle, Lenny's dad, one of the founding members, I was just in awe. Look at these guys riding by these horses. This is so cool. And when I got my chance, I grabbed that horse by the reins and I was in there, you know. So I took it on and have always just been passionate about the horses and the history and really grew up in the organization. So that's kind of my background story with it right there.
I love that. I was just talking about a full circle moment. So this must be full circle for you then, right?
For sure.
Wow. So, you know, you go from being that young kid with the wonder, full of awe and wonderment, to now being someone who is helping to seed that in the next generation. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about how that kind of hits you, because you have that real full scale experience that a young person, it's now like you're seeing your young self in them all over again.
For sure. So, you know, one thing about this organization, we say, you don't know where you're going unless you know where you came from. So being able to know where I've been and know how this organization has helped me propel in life, to be able to take that and give it back to our youth is something that's near and dear to my heart. So letting others be able to experience horses, history, outdoors, and let that develop them into the young men and young women that they might become. And even adults are able to come in and enjoy what we do as well. Yeah. So quick little story. When I was in Montana for work, and I'm there and I'm at a basketball game with a friend, and I look into the rafters and I see accomplishments for equine stuff, rodeos and different equine things. And it clicks in my brain, kids are coming to school, scholarship, playing college sports doing horse stuff. And I'm like, wow, if I had this opportunity when I was a kid, who knows where it would have took me. But the elders that were in my life that were doing this, they didn't know. A lot of folks don't know. So me and Lenny were sitting down and we were thinking about programs and how we can impact and affect the community in a positive way. And it clicked. Equine Days at the Park. Let's teach about all these different opportunities that are in the equine world. Scholarship opportunities, career opportunities, sporting opportunities, therapy opportunities. They're all out there for us. Let's give it back.
Wow. You know, this is one of the things I really appreciate about the Buffalo Soldiers, because even for me, I didn't realize the breadth of different opportunities that exist around horses. And, you know, you think about how powerful and big a horse is to a little person, right? It's so special that they get to grow up like getting really comfortable around horses, understanding equine etiquette and how to make sure everything is right. Tell us about how y'all really steward that for young folks, because then it's not like this, oh my gosh, this huge animal that can just trample me at any time. You're helping young people kind of understand that balance and how to work with the horses. How has that been as the young people been coming through your programs?
It's been awesome because with the horse, yeah, it's a big, powerful animal, but it can also be very gentle as well. And it helps you to regulate your energy and what you're bringing to the table. Because if I come up to a horse and I'm all, oh my God, well, the horse is it's gonna feed off of my energy and say, hey, what's going on with you, man? What's up? Why are you so amped up? Do I need to be amped up? Is something coming for me? Because the horse is a naturally flighty animal. It's a naturally scary animal. When y'all see the horses and you might like, man, that horse is tripping. That horse is crazy. Really, that horse is just scared. That's all it is. It's just scared. Its first instinct is to run away. Horse ain't trying to hurt nobody, ain't trying to do nothing. It's just trying to get the heck up out of there. So when we're teaching the youth and the community in general is, hey, let's fix ourselves. Let's come up with good energy. Horse can feel your heartbeat from over 6 feet away. So let's go ahead and bring that heartbeat down. All right, let's be calm. Let's come up to it. And the horse is going to meet that energy. The horse is going to say, okay, I see you're a little nervous, but you're confident enough to come up here. Let me go ahead and nuzzle my little head on you real quick. Let me give you a little bit of love. Let me give you a little pat. And, you know, that's kind of how we regulate it and teach the community how to appreciate and deal with the animal.
You know, it's such a valuable lesson. Honestly, I mean, when you think about the things that we need to approach in a calm, balanced manner, it's so many things in this life.
Dang near everything.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I love to move, right? It's like everything should be that way. I am naturally peace. Peace is my natural response to all things. So I love this lesson that you get to impart into people right away. And you're right, this is not just about young folks. I mean, y'all are dealing with multi-generational folks coming through to learn about horses. I mean, you have folks who are full-fledged adults or elders who have never even been around a horse, and now they're experiencing it for the first time. How has that been? Do you feel that there's a difference in how you kind of work with the elders who may have their own ideas about it and you have to dispel those myths for them?
So the beautiful thing about our programming is it's something that you're able to come and do with your kids. This isn't something you just bring your kids to and you just let your kids go. No, mom, dad, grandpa, grandma, everybody, the whole family can have fun with this together. So there was a time last year we ended up having a grandfather, his son, and granddaughter all on horses at the same time, and they were all having the same first experience. And that's awesome to be able to give that to a family and be able to touch every single person in the family. So that car ride home, they're all happy and excited about a first experience. A 70-year-old, a 40-year-old, and a 10-year-old, all happy having the same experience. And that goes with not just the horses, but the archery, the wood chopping. You know, a lot of elders have done wood chopping before, but be able to now teach that to your youth in a safe setting, in a community setting, is awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So it's great for all ages to just come, have fun, learn the same things, for the first time. Really the history part of it too.
Yeah.
A lot of us don't know about the Buffalo Soldiers. That goes from elders to youngsters. So to be able to come and have an experience on these horses and then at the same time learn something about your history, it's just like we said in the beginning, full circle.
I love this. Okay, so when you think about some of the, things that y'all do, programs or engagements that you do, we were talking, y'all, before the show about how they are just at all of these different events all the time. Tell us a bit about some of those things that really stick with you, that you really look forward to doing all the time with the community. What are some of those highlights for you?
Well, point example today. Me and Trae were together earlier today at a beautiful event, the opening of the Black Panther Park. Well, it's important for us, and I take away for just showing up for the community in general. We know that the horses bring joy, the horses bring attention, and if we can bring our horses somewhere to bring joy and attention to somebody else's event, we're going to do it. That's fills our hearts because that's what the community needs. It needs that togetherness, and if we can do that with just simply packing up our horses in the trailer, bringing out a few of our guys, and saying, "Hey, y'all, we here. Yeah, the horses are here. Come over, pet them, take a picture, whatever. They see us ride down the street. Where are you guys going? Oh, we're headed over to Black Panther Park. Come on over.
Yeah.
Oh, we're headed to Umoja Fest. Before Umoja Fest, we go and park down at Junkins Park and we ride our horses the opposite way of the parade, and the streets are still open.
Yeah.
And people are like, what the heck is going on? Oh, there's a parade going on here today. Go park your car and come and watch the parade. And there's a festival going down in the park. Come down there and buy something.
Yeah.
Show love to this community that you are in now.
Yeah.
Come on over.
Well, I really appreciate this kind of gentle nudging y'all get to do with the horses, because you're right. The horses kind of have their own whole thing, right? It draws attention, but I love that y'all have this community feel to the Buffalo Soldiers. I think it is a part of the history, right? And you're carrying that history forward. So I just really want to thank you. Last words. What else do we need to know before I tell you to let the folks know how they get in contact with you?
Well, Buffalo Soldiers of Seattle, we have a bunch of different programming going on all throughout the summer. We have a community hike coming up. So mental health awareness is what we theme our hikes around. And we have a hike coming up. It'll be the first weekend in May. So be on the lookout on our social media, Buffalo Soldiers of Seattle on Instagram or www.buffalosoldiersofseattle. Flyer will be coming out. Check it out. Come to one of our hikes. Check out our social medias for any of our day camps. As you know, we have an after-school program. Your young man is in our after-school program. Be on the lookout for other after-school programs jumping off with other schools. And then also just tap into the history, Tap into the history of the Buffalo Soldiers. Believe it or not, Seattle has a deep, rich Buffalo Soldier history. People think it's only in the South or, Southwest, things like that. But no, the Buffalo Soldiers were here in this state. Fort Lewis wouldn't be here without the Buffalo Soldiers.
Wow.
A lot of folks don't know that. We wouldn't have mountain biking and cross-country bike riding without the Buffalo Soldiers. There was a camp a few blocks away from here over on 1st and Spokane, named after a Medal of Honor recipient Buffalo Soldier. Camp Geordan was for black soldiers right here in Seattle. Fort Lawton. Deep, rich Buffalo Soldier history at Fort Lawton. So just tap into the history. Learn more about, Buffalo Soldiers and just black cowboys in general. The term cowboy, derogatory term used towards black folks that worked with horses and cows. 1 in 4 cowboys in the West was black. That's not depicted in our average Western. So it's a deep, rich history. We're here sharing it to the best of our abilities, but each one teach one. Now all y'all out there know something, y'all can go and take it and go to what I say, Google it. Go get on Google, see what we're talking about here, facts check us, learn something new. Be like, man, then when you see me in the community, say, you was right, I Googled it. There was a camp on 1st and Spokane, that's crazy. Oh my gosh, the soldiers were up at Fort Lawton, I had no idea. So just dig into the history and learn a little bit.
Wow, Jordan, this is great. I just thank you. You done gave the website, you gave your social. Thank you so much for doing the work you're doing and for continuing the legacy so that we have a direct touch point to these horses and to the history today. Thank you.
For sure. Thank you.
I
guys for
told
having us.
Lenny, and I'll tell you too. Anytime you guys got something going on, let me know. Come on back.
Oh, no, for sure. For
Right
sure.
on. Wow, y'all. I'm already inspired. I hope you are too. But of course, I'll wrap it up right after this short break. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
This May, Seattle Opera presents the return of Bizet's celebrated classic, Carmen. A mesmerizing story of obsession, dazzling sets, elaborate costumes, and iconic melodies make Carmen irresistible. Don't miss Carmen, May 2nd through 17th at McCaw Hall. Details at seattleopera.org.
Discover the raw, essential story of Northwest modernism through the Seattle Art Museum's Beyond Mysticism. This exhibition features over 150 pieces celebrating the region's natural beauty and urban life. Get your tickets today at seattleartmuseum.org. We'll see you there.
It's nice that we have resources to help us, follow our dream and still go to college, continue education.
FAFSA has definitely given me the chance to get that post-secondary education that I want to get.
As avid teachers, we really help our students through those processes.
So being able to provide all the tools is a gift.
The opportunity the doors are open for him to go to any college that he wants, any university statewide.
Welcome back, y'all, to The Day with Trae. Of course, I'm your host, Trae Holiday. Huge shout out to my guest, Geordan Newbill, in the building today from the Buffalo Soldiers of Seattle. It was so great to hear his take on the amazing work that they are doing in community, but it's this opportunity, right? I mean, in some cases, you don't know it until you're experiencing it. And I'm so grateful because my son is now learning from the Buffalo Soldiers, and he comes home and he's telling me, oh, Mom, look, we was doing this and that. I got to see this part of the horse. They were showing me how to do this thing. Oh, I remember what they said, right? So it's a beautiful thing because it is engaging, not just for young people. As you heard him say, y'all can go as a family and learn about these horses, get on the horses together, share that experience. If you are looking to learn more, make sure you go to the website and follow them on social media so you can be at the plethora of events that they will be at this summer. You definitely want to experience those horses full throttle. They do such a great job of making sure the horses are ready for community members and that you can be ready for them. Thank y'all so much for watching. And until later on in the week at 11 a.m., y'all, I'll be back with you. Peace.
Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.